gonna go there, and it's probably gonna be okay.
Go ahead.
And this is with all.
We wanted to set the first. We got 2 minutes left in our first session.
With all due respect, seriously, to all the women that you've encountered, ladies, I'm saying this: the reason why it's worked for you is because you have chosen and to prey on low-functioning women who don't have the emotional intelligence. No, I'm going there. Who will allow you to do that, Nick? And when I say allow, it's not a control thing. When I say allow, I'm not saying that she sits across you and says, this is what you won't do, you're crossing a boundary. Nick.
I disagree.
Yes.
This is why I disagree. I mean, one, because
why you gonna make sure, but you gotta go in protection mode too.
But I'm saying because you could say from all the high value women that I've ever
I didn't say high value.
But okay, I'm giving compliments. But I'm just saying
wait a minute.
for the people who even of them being, because first of
low
all,
functioning woman will allow you to function low with them. Nick, you could not function that low.
So this is
Nick,
everyone's low functioning at some point in their life.
Is gonna say you need to be here.
The reality is nobody wants to find somebody who's worth going to hell for.
No man can take a woman and transform her. You're not God. You can never take water, baby, and make this 7-Up. Women with daddy issues don't mean you gotta be with your daddy.
Single people can't coach relationship people.
Cam, if it went over your dreadlocks, bring it back.
If the man doesn't have high value.
Women come and lead with fit this, or you have no value. Men come in and go, all right, I'm here, and I'm going to learn how to be the best I can for you. Oprah's power. You think Stedman's low functioning or low value?
Nobody's making Oprah money.
Stedman is not low functioning. Oprah's not.
Stedman is not low value either. Everybody's low value compared to Mama O. I would be a fool.
But that's not always the case. I have at some point dated a man who is low value.
What was he providing you?
The functionality.
The functionality?
The what?
Functionality.
That's what you want at 35, baby. Have you been to Africa?
You know Wakanda only come in Wakanda packages. I'm in Atlanta, baby. This is Africa. I'm not married. My desire to get married is lower than my fear of divorce. I have beautiful children.
How many?
8.
I didn't do my research. I thought it was 4, but 8. Okay.
No, baby.
Cool. By how many women?
3. And this is the kicker. I want more. Would you consider me a high value man?
High value to high functioning.
Yes, speed.
I'm poking speed.
We going there. Hold on. Let me take this.
So let me finish this.
Let me take this glove off.
Let me finish this point. I say this with all respect and love. What I'm about to say next, okay, Cam?
I done let you off the hook on numerous times.
Have you? And I gave you a simple answer.
That was not simple.
My nationers, let's get to this topic at hand. I kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit. It's been blowing up all on social media. The Dr Cheyenne Bryant interview with Cam Newton and the other interview with Nick Cannon. And pretty much it's about, them two having multiple relationships with women and having kids with them, but not actually being married to them, and kind of breaking up, just breaking up homes. Not really like I'm not gonna say they both don't take care of their kids, but because we don't know that. And I think a lot of times a lot of men out here, a lot of the comment section, they're going in on Cheyenne too, which I have my things with her too. So it ain't just a bashing post with black men again like usual, and I'm not down with that. But if somebody doing wrong, they doing wrong. And certain parts that I agree with her on, I do agree that some men don't want to, want to commit and all that kind of stuff too, and want to just do what they want to do. So, but also on the same thing on the women's side too. So, like I said, I don't know how thorough she is, because they are saying that she's not married herself, and she walking around kind of them breasts out and everything else, looking kind of right. She fine. But even onto that note, she's a actual therapist. Usually therapists don't look like that or dress like that. So, but like I said, it's different times, so I'm not gonna get on that side. But I'm gonna talk more about this, in my opinion on everything, and my key points, and let's get to it. So, first key point, society and what men in society, the providers. So, what I'm saying is how men provide nowadays, it seems like it's just nothing but just money. Men bring more to the table than just money. You know what I'm saying? We have knowledge and other things, and just doing things about just being thorough. And I don't think a lot of people don't understand what provide means, the actual definition of it. And nowadays, it's just like, if you don't make 60K, you don't make 40K, you don't do this, you can't take me. You know what I'm saying? It's all this crazy mess. So a lot of men was like, you know what? A lot of men thinking, okay, you know what? All right, let's get this. I'm going to get my money up. I'm going to do that. And then once they get their money up, they feel like they could do what they want to do because they got their money now. You can't say that. Because before, it was like, I didn't have no money. Before, I just had myself, had my job. And we talking about regular people. We're not regular men. Regular guys who do their thing, who work hard, who got their place to stay, who got, you know what I'm saying? This ain't, we ain't talking about the Dusties. Every time, it seems like every time when people talk, it's always going to the straight to the Dusties. And that's not it. We talking about that regular guy, everyday guy who just want to be loved. Want to love and want to be loved. And you telling the man, there ain't nothing without just the money. So, like I said, when they get that money, end up like Cam Newton, or be like a Nick Cannon, where they got the money, so they feel like I could do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm providing, as long as I'm giving money to my child. And I'm not saying Nick Cannon or Cam Newton ain't take care of their kids. I'm just saying in general, that mindset, I got the money, you know what I'm saying? And we also got to think about the women that go to them. And then there, Cheyenne was saying that some of the women are broken, or some of this, that. So, because pretty much she was trying to aim at Nick Cannon and him. But like I said, we got to understand how many women are going to these men. There's just a couple of broken women. There's a lot of women going to them. They see them with money. And we still got to vent. Don't be wrong, men got to still vent a woman and, you know, kind of stuff too. But let's be real. The regular average woman will go to them and will accept that because... And let's be real. A lot of women that will go to, well, a lot of women ain't even taking care of the kid themselves. They literally just get in the bag. They feel like they can get the bag. So a lot of it ain't about the child anyway. Let's be real. A lot of it ain't about the child. Even with child support, it ain't about the child. It's about taking care of that woman too. And that's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody's talking about that. So society is literally telling us that a man ain't nothing if we don't provide, and it's okay. As long as you got money and do that, take care. There's more to taking care of a kid than just giving them money and pants and shoes and all that kind of stuff and help. You see what I'm saying? There's more to that. But nobody's saying that. But let's get to the other topic. Let's get to the other key point. And what, like I said, going back to what I was saying, women choosing men. They're choosing these kind of men. It's okay. They're okay with this. They're literally okay with this. These are grown women who know that right from wrong just as much as men do. Like I said, we're talking about grown women because we kind of baby women nowadays. We kind of baby, no accountability for nobody, because men are always accountable. We're always accountable. But a lot of times we kind of block it off with women sometimes, and it's like, no, you got to accept your accountability too. You do wrong things, you know what I'm saying? So we have to accept, y'all have to accept the responsibilities too. So they know these men ain't going to be marrying them, ain't loyal to them. But as long as he bring the bag and they still have sex with them, still knowing that, okay, they got money, so I'll still get the money from them. So they got to take responsibility just as much as Cam Newton as Nick Cannon do. They got to take just as much responsibility. You know that he already got 3 baby mamas or this, that, and you still rocking with them. Nobody's talking about that. So the other key point, relationships right now and marriages are terrible. And people growing up and seeing how their mama is, or they seeing the young son seeing their mom with no man around the house, and the dad left and all that kind of stuff. Not seeing the actual real relationship of marriage. And that could damage you to a degree too. So even past that, just dating now is terrible. The whole what you doing with the table, bringing to the table now. Women don't want to do nothing. Want to go 50-50. You know what I'm saying? And they always at the key point 50-50. Yes, 50-50. Like, men are constantly doing things, even to the point where even to the point. Let me say this, because the point where even going out to dinner and eat, men ain't trying to spend no $600 on a first date with anybody. Just because, and then it's always this thing women always say, like, well, I got my hair done, my nails done, this, that. Men get ready too. We don't just jump up and go. Like, we both do that. So, and first of all, to spend that much money on a date that you don't even know that person, the person might not even want to rock with you, and she could be manipulating you. She could just be there just to eat. So of course spending $600, $300 on a date is wrong and all that kind of stuff. So men always have to be aware and be careful and have respect for ourselves too, and ask what we want in a relationship, and just as much as y'all do. Y'all always blatant this. Y'all always come out and say what y'all want. Plain and simple. We can't have no choices or nothing. Y'all want a 6 feet dude and this, that, and man just ask for somebody who respect us and love us. This is an issue. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, relationships are so toxic now, and men don't trust each other, women don't trust men no more, and all that kind of stuff. So it's getting bad. I had a woman ask me that she was going on to it was like a date and meet up, like a meet and greet thing, it was like a group thing, I forgot what they call them. You know, we all go to a place and they drink and have fun and talk to meet people, like that kind of stuff. And she was like, no men was there. I'm like, what do you think? We tired. We all tired. I'm tired. We all tired. Like, we can't even approach women no more regularly and be like, hey, miss, I think you're beautiful. I'm gonna take you out, because you think that's creepy. But then you got women talking about men don't approach me no more. Like, we tired of being disrespected, tired of being treated like criminals. You probably call the cops on us. So that's what I'm saying. So that's another thing too. So relationships and issues in their past, seeing their parents, and now you got that thing inside you where now you're adult. Now you see how, you know what I'm saying. So that's bad. So a lot of that's going to that. Marriages, like I said before, just marriages. Like, as men, you gotta be really careful, because men don't really get none out of marriages. And like I said, women could literally take everything like that. And if the man ain't doing what they're supposed to do in the marriage, I understand. But a lot of times it ain't that. Even going back to the nowadays where we find out that some of the children ain't theirs now, like DNA testing. A lot of women coming out there and speaking now, like, oh, they shouldn't be no DNA. Why? Because you'll see how bad it is with the DNA testing. So, but the marriage thing, and it's not benefiting men no more. And I think, even me, I think men should still get married, but you have to really be careful and vet these women, man. Because like I said, you could lose everything. I've watched stories of men killing themselves and all kind of things. And I'm not trying to make this a sad thing. I'm just trying to be real. And women are literally thinking how to get the bag now. And so that's all they get taught, because nowadays things are like prostitution now. I don't know, they try to pretend and sugarcoat like a lot of this stuff out here ain't prostitution, but don't really want to say it. So like I said, marriage, you really have to, as a man, you got to really sift through a lot of garbage. You got to really sift through a lot of garbage and really pick the ones that actually ride with you. If she actually wants to help you build and everything else, not women who, you know, as soon as the first time you lose a job or money don't be as right, they ready to leave. But a man will build a woman up fast, and then it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I read a story like that. A man helped his wife get to college and everything else. As soon as she got to college and everything else, and the man was like, you know what? Okay, now I want to do my thing, and it might be a little bad. She left him. So that kind of stuff right there. That's a lot of men's back of their heads with that kind of stuff. Feminism has really messed up women, thinking that they could do everything a man can do, which is not true. And some of y'all get mad, like, hold up. Some of y'all get mad because we're talking about genetically and biologically and everything else too. Like, y'all cannot do the same thing men can do. Just like men can't do what women can do in certain things, certain aspects. Like the whole body count thing, and that messes y'all up. Remember, this is still science and medical stuff and chemicals. So, you know, you have to understand that. Even it's happening in the workplaces. A lot of women, they bosses, they do all this kind of stuff, but then they're not being married. They don't got no kids. They're not married. They're more depressed. A lot of women now are depressed now. So feminism is good, but like I said, a lot of it's more fantasy than reality. And y'all should have y'all own stuff. Y'all should be able to pay y'all way and do that kind of stuff. But now y'all get into the crazy stuff, and that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of other groups and other things going on. Like, it's too much of that. And men like feminine women. We don't like that. We don't like masculine women. And a lot of things y'all getting into is getting into the masculine, which is changing y'all. So that's another point right there. So, and I understand that like the women, y'all want men to step up too. It's a lot like men nowadays, they're not as strong as they used to be. They're not, you know, not. And let me say this point, because a lot of times they think that we are robots, that we don't have emotions and feelings too. We could cry, we could deal with pain, suffering, and all that kind of thing. And we just know, okay, we could do the crying and do all that kind of stuff, but after that, it's getting to work and figuring things out. It's the crying and whining. It's two different things. Like we cry, we hurt, we go through things. I cried and went through pain and things too. But later on, it's like, okay, how are we gonna fix the situation? How are we gonna get through this to make it better? So understand. So like nowadays, a lot of men are kind of getting more feminized too. A lot of whining, a lot of, you know what I'm saying. But it's just like I said, a lot of certain issues, man, that's going on between us, and we got to get better. And like I said, the Cam Newton and the two interviews, I seen it from an outside point of view. Like I said, I wasn't going there to watch it to see Nick Cannon get fried up. I wasn't watching Cam Newton to get fried up. I was watching it to see like what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And even talking about Cheyenne Bryant, because like I said, I'm looking at her funny, and what's the points of her doing the interview, and why? What's her real standpoints on things? Like I said, I agree with her talking about Cam Newton and their issues with women and kids and having all these kids with different women. I agree with her on that point. But at the same time, you can't talk if you're not married yourself or don't have kids, or I mean, you can't have an opinion and everything else. But to me, even she's grabbing. She's just attention grabber. I think she's attention grabber myself too. She walking around how she looking at the breast, literally out. Her breast kind of out. So, you know, usually, I mean, you deal with therapists, they're more respectable, they got the thing, because it's more concentrating. Yeah, we know you look good, we know you look beautiful, we know, but we don't, yeah. So I don't know what a lot of men talk about on social media about her and all this other 304 and all that kind of crap, but I just want to know what's her agenda, you know what I'm saying, what's up with her agenda, and, you know, but, we, both of us, both sides, both men and women had to do better. We got to both do better. Women gotta stop over fantasizing about what kind of man they want, knowing that something ain't right with them. Jennifer Lopez, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the other lady? I can't think of her name right now. 60 years old, still talking about she was looking for a man. Like she should already had a man. She had a decent man. So we all gotta do better and figure things out and. Lower your, we gotta lower our standards. Lower your standards. Yes, we gotta have good standards. We don't need, you know, but to even going to that point, you would date a man that has a lot of money but trash, not have good morals, not have that. So lower your standards when it comes to that. Find a good, decent man that loves you, that actually want to see you win. Find a woman that want to see you win and build you up. Just the same, both gotta build together to understand. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's what I gotta say about this. Hope I wasn't blabbing. Hope I wasn't just hope it made some sense to y'all. So it's no third party nation. I'm going.